This week on Earth, the never-ending season finale. Israel and Iran are beefing like divorced cousins at a family funeral. Trump's promising to end the nuclear problem in 24 hours because apparently geopolitics is just DoorDash now. Austria just suffered a horrific school shooting, triggering a fresh wave of gun reform talks while America's like, wait, you guys talk about that type of stuff? And then lighter news. There's a new hurricane forming because clearly the planet has been watching too much reality TV and decided this week needed a dramatic storm arc. Also, Meta's putting ads in WhatsApp. This is the Tuesday edition of your favorite global meltdown disguised as a news show. Let's get into it. Last Tuesday, tragedy struck Austria. At 9:57 a.m. local time, a 21-year-old former student, identified only as Arthur A., opened fire inside Borg High School in Graz. He brought a legally owned Glock pistol and a double-barrel shotgun plus a honey knife. In just 7 minutes, he unleashed chaos across 2 classrooms, firing about 40 shots before retreating to a bathroom and taking his own life. 10 people killed, 9 students aged 14 to 17, and 1 teacher, plus Arthur himself. 12 injured, some critically. Over 300 classmates now require counseling. Austria declared 3 days of national mourning, with flags at half-mast, vigils, and a minute of silence. Arthur had no criminal record, held legal gun permits since May, and was reportedly introverted and obsessed with violent video games. His farewell video for his mother triggered the police call, tragically. Too late. A non-functional pipe bomb and a suicide note referencing bullying were found at his home. A Columbine influence has been confirmed. Images and symbols linked to the 1999 shooters were found, but motive remains officially unclear. This isn't just Austria's worst school shooting since World War II. It's a stark reminder that gun violence isn't uniquely American. A 21-year-old quietly suffering with licensed guns sounds eerily familiar. But it's too late for those 10 lives. So we have to start before the triggers, all right? Before the guns, before the permits, right? Before the shooter thinks he's too broken to ask for help. We have to do better in general as people with parenting. With parenting, like, it's so important. There are plenty of extremists in the world, but to carry out a mass shooting because of bullying is crazy. If that's the case, Black Americans should have wiped out America by now. If bullying is the trigger, people need to know how to deal with adversity. Parents need to instill identity, security, and self-esteem in their children. If they could bully you to push you to this point that you had several chances to stop it, to stand up for yourself before it got this far, to love yourself enough to put yourself in position to where they can't affect you. Instead, you let them destroy yours and countless others' lives who are affected by this tragic occurrence. Why does what they think even matter to you? Because you're not secure enough in yourself. If you teach people to love themselves, allow the world's problems to just disappear. All right, man, I got some quick hit news stories today. Let's go. For number 1, we got Hurricane Erick might need therapy because Tropical Storm Erick just leveled up and is flirting with hurricane status in the Gulf. Scientists say it could hit category 3. I say Erick needs to be sat down and asked what's really going on at home because it's giving emotional instability. It's giving I'm fine with thunder in the background. Meanwhile, in Silicon Valley, Meta adds ads to WhatsApp. Remember when WhatsApp was just for group chats and bad memes from your auntie? Now Zuck wants to monetize your trauma. End-to-end encryption? Nah, unless it's between you and a targeted ad for adult diapers. At this point, WhatsApp is just Facebook in a trench coat. Back to geopolitics, aka group chat for rich countries. Trump did an Irish goodbye at the G7 summit. He dipped out early from the G7 like it was a cookout he wasn't invited to. Before leaving, he invited Putin back into the mix, because of course he did. Also claimed he could solve nuclear tensions in 24 hours. I don't know, man. Look, it's been a few decades. Nobody solved this shit yet. I don't know how you could. If you could show me, man, I don't know. In domestic news that gives us hope or confusion, Montana students rally for No King's Day. A group of teens in Montana marched against authoritarianism on Flag Day. They're calling it No King's Day. And while no one's entirely sure what they want, we do know they hate fascism. And probably gym class. Either way, we love the energy. Gen Z is building revolutions and playlists. And finally, a massive blackout plunged the Iberian Peninsula into the 1500s this week. No cyber attack, no sabotage, just busted infrastructure. It's giving oops. We forgot to plug Europe in. And that's our show. Iran and Israel are playing nuclear chicken while Trump promises he can fix it all with a Sharpie and a sandwich. Austria is reeling from a tragedy they thought only happened in America. And Hurricane Erick is spiraling just like the group chat you muted in 2021. Meanwhile, your phone's selling your secrets, Gen Z is overthrowing kings, and Europe's learning the hard way while you change the batteries in your infrastructure. It's a mess out there. So stay sharp, stay sane, and if all else fails, just blame Boeing. That's what we all do. This is the Adonis Black Show. I'll see you next episode.